As most of you know, that November the 14th, 2019, I had a stroke. Matter of fact, the doctor said I had 3 strokes and a small heart attack. You wouldn't believe how much that having a stroke will affect your life. You know, up until that moment, I thought I was pretty healthy. I drove a big off-road dump truck, a big old 745C. I worked for Transash, which was contracted out of TVA in New Johnsonville. I was making probably around $1,500 a week, which is pretty good money, I think. And when I had that stroke, well, let me just say this. Earlier that day, I felt pressure here. I thought I was having heartburn. So I asked a friend of mine that was a truck driver there. I said, "You got any Rolaids?" He said, "No, but I got some Tagamet." And so he gave me a Tagamet, and I took it, and I felt a little ease on it, you know. And as I was driving my off-road dump truck, I threw up. And when I threw up, it was clear, liquid, and very sticky. And I thought, I don't know what that was, but that was nasty. And before I went probably 100 more feet, I felt it fixing to come up again. And so I pulled over to the side of the road, put my truck in park, leaned over the rail up top, and threw up twice. And still that clear liquid stuff. And I felt relief. And I got back in, finished my load. Matter of fact, I finished working that day. This was probably around 10 o'clock in the morning. Well, I also drove the bus. Well, everything started getting a little blurry. So I drove the bus with all the people on it up to the shop, up to the trailer where we all left for the end of the day. And I got in my van and started driving home. Well, when I got into Waverly, Tennessee, my vision started going bad. I mean, from just a blur, started phasing in and out. And so I called my wife. I said, "Hey, look, I'm having trouble seeing, but this is where I'm at. If I ain't home in 30 minutes, come looking for me." See, I knew something was bad wrong. I just didn't know what. I just, yeah, you know, how it's me and our, we just kind of think, well, it'll pass in a minute. And so my vision got pretty bad. I mean, I could see brake lights in front of me, and I could see the yellow mark on the road. And so I just went on home. And when I got to certain places, I'd call my wife and say, "Hey, this is where I'm at." And so I kept calling and checking in. Well, when I finally got home, made it home by the Lord's help, my wife had cooked some beans, and my mom cooked some taters and cornbread, fried taters, and we were supposed to go up there and eat supper. Well, I carried my little 20-month-old daughter up to Mom. She lives behind us up on the hill, and actually carried the beans and stuff. And we got up there. I ate my pinto beans and ate my fried taters and a little bit of onion and my cornbread, and drank my sweet tea. You know, Southern boys got to have that sweet tea. And after I eat, I got to hurting real bad in my chest, and so I told myself I'm going to lay down on the floor a little bit because I got a bad back, and sometimes my back gets a hurting. I just lay on the floor and prop my feet up in the chair. It kind of stretches my back out, kind of levels it out. Well, after a few minutes, my wife was trying to get me up, and so I tried to roll over, and I noticed I had to grab a hold of my left arm and bring it over. I tried sitting up, and I couldn't move my left side on its own, and so she called her brother to come over and help me get in the recliner. Well, I started telling her, I said, "I'm in trouble. I need some help." You know, I've never really admitted I'm in trouble and need some help. But she got panicking, and she called 911. Ambulance came and picked me up, and they took me to the hospital. Well, actually up here at Erin Hospital, and Life Flight was called in. And I remember this, waking up a little bit in the back of the ambulance as it's going down the road, and the siren just was blaring. I remember this, fixing to load onto the helicopter, and Ray Bradley praying for me. and they loaded me up in the helicopter and started flying me to Skyline Medical Center. I kept going in and out, and I remember tapping on the side of the bed, and I told the nurse in that helicopter, I said, "I am burning up, I am hot." And she opened up the window up there, and the next thing I knew, I was in the hospital and I woke up. I was on life support, and after a few days, I come off. How many days was it? After 4 days? I can't see over there. After 3 days, I come off of life support, and the Lord's been good to me. I just want to give Him all the glory and the honor. But it ain't been easy. There's a lot of times I get aggravated because I can't do a lot of stuff on my own. And I know my wife, bless her heart, thinks but I'm aggravated to her. And I had to tell her, I said, "It's not you, it's just me. I can't even take out the trash. I can't even take a shower by myself. But you know what? I'm glad to be alive." I got another friend who I seen the previous Saturday at the co-op. I was buying chicken feed and he was buying horse feed. That same week he had a stroke, but he didn't make it. I won't call his name, but we was both the same age. I was born in January, he was born in September. And it's just, you know, if you had something bad happen to you in your life, I just want to encourage you. Hey, you know what? This didn't happen overnight. I had, a couple years before that, I had what they call AFib, where the top part of your heart beats faster than the bottom part. And matter of fact, it would beat so hard and so fast when I laid on my bed, it just shook the entire bed. So I knew something wasn't right in my body, and for a couple years. But I just lay down and it'd pass. So this time here, I was thinking it'll pass too, and it did not pass. So if you have any questions about me or my stroke or how I'm getting along or whatever, feel free to ask. Comment below and subscribe if you can. I appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.